Hello there, guys, and welcome back to my channel for my live reaction and player ratings live stream following Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4, where we produced one of the best comebacks, well, that I can remember for sure. Now, I'm sure other things have happened. I'm sure even in Chelsea's past, but my God, does that feel good. I'm still so high in adrenaline. It's unbelievable. I'm still kind of shaking. It's kind of like hibbly. I can't even put this into words. Oh, my God. Thank you, Chelsea Football Club. I love you, Chelsea Football Club. I can't believe this. I genuinely cannot believe what I've just witnessed here. Like, oh my God, how much worse of a start can you have? Cucurella, I don't know how this happened, but he turned up with flip-flops. Turned up with flip-flops instead of bloody football boots, slipping all over the shop as if he's in a bloody swimming pool or what's happening. Excuse me, I seem to have food between my teeth. Excuse that. I was having food. Excuse me. While the game was on. Please excuse me for that. But anyway, oh my God. Oh my God, Cucurella slipping all over the shop, giving Spurs 2 goals. I will say, just gave Spurs false hope. Just gave Spurs false hope to make our win feel even sweeter, even more beautiful, even more special. And oh my God, I am so bloody happy. Enzo Fernandez, you are proper Chels. That goal, that celebration. He's not a great role model, but boys, never fucking get married. Look at the man, single Enzo Fernandez, mate. Who is Modric? You know, Enzo Fernandez, that's that guy. Oh my God. Cole Palmer, outraged. I thought he was terrible in the first half, if I'm being honest. But oh my God, did he turn that around? We've got some stats to look at later as well from Cole Palmer. That penalty, the way he won the penalty, the way he kind of indirectly set up Enzo Fernandez' goal, even if there was a little bit of luck involved with it. Oh my God, I can't put this in. I can't put it into words. And like this says, Sancho man of the match. I'm not sure whether I'll give him man of the match or not. I really haven't thought about player ratings yet at all. We'll go through it together. We'll talk about everything together. But Jadon Sancho, that goal, that performance, the way he slipped through Caicedo to win us that penalty to bring us level at the time. Oh my days. And also Enzo Maresca. Now the initial decision. You can say it's mostly because Cucurella put on the wrong boots, but the initial decision of playing Badiashile right centre-back didn't work at all. But what does he do? At halftime, changes it completely. Takes Lavia off, stops Caicedo being an inverting right back, essentially puts Gusto as the right centre-back, lets Cucurella invert into midfield from the left side instead. Oh my days, the manager changing things at halftime, the fans going crazy, the players going crazy, the celebration of the manager. Does it get any better than this? Tottenham, are you listening? Tottenham, are you watching? I'm almost a little bit upset at that late goal that we conceded because I said 4-2 as my prediction to everyone all week. I literally said it to everyone all week. 4-2. It's my prediction, 4-2. Nearly got it right. I didn't put any money on it, so it's fine. But I nearly got it right. Obviously, that last goal in the end slightly changes things. But hey, who cares? John Kennedy says the midfield today was class. Oh boy, was it? Oh boy, was it? Except when Caicedo maybe could have been sent off. But you know, well, quickly evened out by the fact that was it Bissouma elbowed Lavia straight in the back of the head at halftime. So I hope Lavia is fine, not concussed or anything. Karan says this scoreline absolutely flatters Spurs. Had Cucu not slipped, we would have won 4-0. And this is exactly why we are not in the title race. We are only in the top 4 race. Well, you'd hope that picking the wrong shoes doesn't happen anymore, but bloody hell, who cares? Sanchez, horrible. Oh my God, we need to get rid of him and a top centre back. Yeah, especially when Fofana is out, we do lack something at the back, that's for sure. And Sanchez, the less said the better, honestly. The less said the better. I mean, have you seen Fraser Forster? The man made so many insane saves. It's unbelievable. The Chelsea eye test says we're in a race now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about that as well. It's got to be Sancho or Fernandez as man of the match. Yeah, probably. Fatucci says Maresca. Well, he tried to say anyway. Lavia was incredible in the first half, so I was shocked he got taken off, but what a move, Enzo. Exactly. He was incredible. I 100% agree. 2 reasons for me. Number one, obviously the tactical situation, but also he was on a yellow card. And obviously, as our most defensive midfielder, kind of makes sense that he was the one to be taken off. Also fit the situation. He was probably not fit to play 90, but who knows? Man Strike says comeback mission is complete. I'm loving it. Up the Chels. I love it too. And I love you all. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you haven't already. Share this stream with more people. Like I say, hit the like button, helps me spread these streams out to more people. I genuinely massively appreciate that. Please do that. Peter says, reminds me of when Tuchel brought on Kante off the bench and we beat them 3-0 a couple of seasons ago. Yep, kind of. Tottenham Hotspur, it's happened again. It's happened again. It's happened again. Tottenham Hotspur, it's happened again. Come on. Fucking Spurs. I hate these lot, honestly. Rid says, yes, Laurenz, up the gels, smash the likes. Yes, Ritz. Like Rid said, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. John Kennedy says, by the issue when Sanchez almost brought out the demon in them today with the giveaways. Oh, yeah, they did. Karan says, you have to give props to Lavia and Caicedo. I wish both reach N'Golo's level. Absolutely. I think the Lavia challenge was purely tactical to get some more stability, maybe, but he was on a yellow card. So, like, you know, if you're deciding who do I take off, you're most likely going to take the one on the yellow card off, innit? But he definitely had a brilliant performance. Seconds from Disaster says, yes, credit to Lavia and Caicedo. And Pillowy Yeti says, that elbow on Lavia was a red. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I mean, yeah, maybe Caicedo could have had a red card as well. That may be potentially a fair argument to make. I think it's on the edge, but you can certainly make a case for it. But yeah, that should have been a straight red. Absolutely. Fire Red says, we've got a Chelsea back. To be honest, this game is not going to make me say that because we always beat Spurs. We also beat Spurs last season on the Poch. We even beat Spurs on the Potter, didn't we? I can't even remember. But Lee Enzo says, 3-point lane, was it ever not, mate? Was it ever not? I just hate to play them at Wembley. Brilliant, well there, White Hart Lane or whatever they call it these days. Brilliant. Wasn't Sanchez 1 yellow away from a suspension? No, bro, he was 2 away from his suspension. Now he's 1 away from his suspension. Shame, really, isn't it? Because we all bloody want Jurgensen back in goal, don't we? Hey, LV. I like you calling me LV. You can call me LV if you want. Those funds just nasty. Yeah. Don't know what that means, but yes, those funds just nasty. That Palmer Panenka, my days. Oh my God. Cole Palmer. He's outrageous. He's so cold. Honestly, he might be the solution to climate change. John Kennedy, yo, Premier League, bring any team. We are ready. Wish we could play City and Liverpool now. I want to check something, mate. I mean, especially the bridge, I'd love to play Liverpool. The City one, yeah, that's just unlucky that we got them on the first day. If we got them this time of the season, we probably beat them. We definitely don't lose anyway. What we have in Cole Palmer is not just an exceptional special footballer. That's the sort of game that defined the Chelsea team possibly for years. Winning a big derby from 2 goals down stays in players' mindset. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Don't know what that means, but shout out you. 5 out of 6 wins now away at Spurs. Exactly. And was that one that we didn't win? Was that a draw or a loss? Or are we going all the way back to Lampard losing in the cup? Remember that? When we lost in the 3rd cup round on penalties, was it? Just Chelsea Ita says the attack is purring and he's dragging the team along and it's the best in the league. And that's the crazy thing. Like, for example, Jackson and Neto both had bad days today. Like, seriously, both of them. Particular Jackson, but both of them. Like, Neto saw absolutely no land against Udogi. Like, we won the game 4-3 from 2-0 down, and still Udogi is going home tonight with Pedro Neto in his pocket. Seriously. So, and the fact that we still turn up like this, the fact that we still scored 4 goals, oh my God, it's beautiful. Now I'm not scared of any team. Well, to be honest, see, that's the weird thing. And I'll be honest, like I said earlier, I was predicting a 4-2 for this game all week. If you go back to mine and Pice's podcast, Chelsea Unfiltered podcast, link is down in the description. Last episode was out last Tuesday. So before the Southampton game, and of course before today, new episode will be out this coming Tuesday. So make sure you follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, whichever you prefer, to get the latest podcast on Tuesday into your podcast subscriptions, whatever. Get that done because, and if you listen back to last week's episode, I was saying we'll win 4-2. And I'll be honest, I was scaring myself that I was overconfident and that I was going to look like a right mug. And obviously, the way that game starts, I was like, oh no, please no. Now, once we got one back, I was like, I feel like we can still do this. But then the 2-2 took so long. And then even after we scored the 2-2, it was kind of Spurs somehow gained, even though we equalized from 2-0 down, Spurs somehow had more momentum after that. Still not really sure how that's happened. But, oh my God. So, yeah, I was very confident going into this game. And I nearly paid the price for it. But thankfully, Chels never let me down against Spurs. How about Chels? Excuse me. Lienzo, we need an experienced centre back. I mean, we do, but it ain't happening, bro. So, you know, you better deal with it. You better deal with it. Rid says, I think the manner in which we came back shows us more than the win, to be honest. The mentality from the boys, the intelligence of the manager to see what wasn't working and change it. Wow, yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily that we had the best game ever tonight, and Spurs could have scored more goals when Pedro Neto fell asleep and decided to not run anymore, and Heung Min Son ended up 1-1 with the goalkeeper from when another player was offside, but Son wasn't. Oh my God, that Son curler in the first half, I think a 2-0 or 2-1 maybe. And they also had another chance straight after the 2-0 to make it 3-0. We would have been dead. We would have been dead, but we held on. We held on. We turned it around. The halftime change, fucking gorgeous. The mentality. You could see it on Cucurella's face after the game. He was so relieved. He was so relieved. Karan says, hey, Laurenz, do you go to Chelsea games this season? Is there a chance to get a home game ticket this season or only next season? Well, if you get a membership, I'm sure it's possible. While difficult. I'm not 100% sure yet when I'll get to a game this season, but I'll try to second half of the season. We'll see what the Conference League draws happen to be. Like maybe there's a sick away game in there that I might do over going to England, but maybe. I'll be down. So I'll definitely go to a game second half of the season for sure. Seconds from disaster again. I can't believe Chelsea has improved massively. Well, I can. Maresca is a proof that first half is for players while second half is for the coach. I like it. Lee Enzo, clear leg. Todd Bowley out. Eat your heart out, doubters. Yeah, well, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Can't. Well, I'm not going to sit here today and justify something. Like, I still think there's a lot of criticism to be had, and there's a lot of things that also the sort of sport directors and how we treat people. I mean, the reason Josh Archimpong is back in training is because the PFA was like, Chelsea, what you're doing is against the law. So that's how we treat youth players at this football club. And that's the main thing that a lot of us don't like. But hey, I'm not going to cry about that. Why was Son crying? I don't know, because he's shit, probably. Peter E says, here's the thing. Jackson wasn't great, but he was still pressing like a madman. And think of how many times we won the ball high because of our press. Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong. But obviously, Jackson still messed up like at least a handful of counterattacks, maybe 2 handfuls of counterattacks that he just ruined, if we're being honest. By the way, Jadon Sancho, getting that guy for 25 million is unbelievable. Class is permanent. What a player. He'll be on the plane for the World Cup when it's all said and done. Maybe. I hope not, because, then he gets to the big English media again and they ruin him again. So just leave him with Chelsea. We treat him well, and the guy's here. Sorab says, let's be the chill guy and enjoy this. I feel like I might have a picture for this somewhere. Just a chill guy. Just a chill guy enjoying Chelsea get a dub. What a game. Honestly, I absolutely love it. We'll get into more details later. Just want to catch up to all of your messages. You people are just talking so much, and I love it. Get involved. Talk to me. Leave me your thoughts, things you want me to talk about, whatever else. This is one Kunku can't start over him because he can have a shit game on the ball, but never off the ball. That's true. It's a very good point. Hey, we still need to reach 40 points to survive in the league. Yeah, exactly. Still need 40 points, bro. Scoreline. Is it? Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. Why has no one told me that yet? Fucking hell. Thank you, whoever said that. I will shout you out in a second. I'm an idiot. It should be fixed now. My apologies. Thank you for that. The scoreline is wrong. The scoreline is fixed now. Chelsea won 4-3. We didn't lose 4-3. Let's go up the Chels. Yes, JP. Big up yourself. Big up, Laurenz. Good work on the channel. Bye for now. Thank you, Karan. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. See you after the next game. Yes, thank you very, very much for tuning. Neto Jackson, buddy, show play badly today. Yeah. K-Star Gaming says, your top 2 Chelsea content creator, bro. Keep up the good work, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate that, K-Star Gaming. Appreciate it. Everybody, leave a like. Hit the subscribe button. Share it with, everybody so we get more people in. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to tune in. We have a good time here. We have a good time. Of course, if you want to support with the Super Chat function, you're always welcome to, but you don't have to. We're getting you involved. Still not title contenders. I still don't truly think so. But, hey, the longer we're there, the sooner it becomes realistic. Remember, they all said this about Leicester. They're not in a title fight. I'm not saying we're like Leicester, and obviously it wouldn't be as incredible if we did it as if Leicester did it. But if Liverpool start bottling, we might be there. I'm not saying we should expect us to win the title. Should expect us to be there in May. But, mate, we stand a chance. We stand a chance. Scoreline is also wrong on the Chelsea Insta. It says 2-4. Yeah, I wish it was. Palmer nerve needs to be examined. The guy is always unfazed by any pressure. Yeah, that's the next thing. Cole Palmer, now on his own, holds the record of most consecutive penalties scored without a miss. 12 penalties in a row. This man has now scored in the Premier League without missing ones. What a player. What an absolute legend of a guy. Oh, my God. Oh my God! And I quickly need to talk about this. I need to highlight this screenshot here by Chelsea. That's not the right one. The sweetest of strikes. This goal. Oh my God! Oh my God! I nearly said. I can't even explain the feeling I had. I didn't want to shout around too crazy, but my God, I nearly lost it. That goal. Obviously Palmer and the chop and the change and the back and the forth, and then the shot gets blocked and falls to Enzo on his weak foot, just blasts it. Fraser Forster for once doesn't flip in save it. Oh my God, I am so bloody buzzing. I can't even put it into words. I can't even put it into words. Let's look at the overall game. Let's look at some stats, shall we? Before we get into player ratings and this or that. Hey, I just want to enjoy the glory. 4-3 after 2-1 down, 5th minute and 11th minute. Sancho gets one back in the 17th minute. Nothing doing until the 61st minute when Palmer equalized with the first penalty. So incredibly well won. Through ball by Sancho. Caicedo with the run from deep. Terrible tackle from Bissouma. We get the pen. Palmer steps up into the side netting. Wonderful. Then Enzo Fernandez, we just spoke about that goal. And then, of course, they'll make it even sweeter to make it a bit calmer towards the end. Oh, I need to make this bigger. Sorry, guys. To make it a little bit calmer at the end. Cole Palmer makes it 4-2 from the penalty spot. Of course, they got one back to make it 4-3 in the 90+6. But hey, look at the stats. The large majority of possession, more XG. Honestly, I expected more than this in XG, if I'm being totally honest. We had more shots on target. Supposedly, they had more big chances. It was crazy to have 6 big chances. Bloody hell. But we didn't miss any big chances today. Don't agree with that whatsoever. But sure, if they think so. Anyway, decent passing accuracy. Not as good as usual, but decent passing accuracy. I mean, hey, we had... Interesting. They had more expected goals from open play. How's that happen then? Wait, what? Non-penalty. Because we had so much from penalties. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I forgot again, if I'm being honest. That kind of makes it crazy that only with the penalties we had so much XG. But hey, that's how it goes. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered even at home. Even at home. Don't you love it? I absolutely love it. Oh my! I mean, let's look at the lineup. But the thing is, we made some dramatic changes, right? Sanchez was back in goal. Big problem. Big liability. Get him gone. I mean, I can't handle this anymore. I can't handle Robert Sanchez much longer. He needs to go away. He needs to never play again. And he's a real problem. And he scares me. Like that first goal, sure, Cucurella slips. Shouldn't happen. This and that, everything. You know, even Colwell's defending isn't amazing. Sure. 100% agree. But Sanchez just dives. Like the guy goes for goal and Sanchez was flying around as if he got across. It's outrageous. What's he doing? Absolute clown, this guy. But yeah, see, what am I seeing? I need to mention another couple of highlights here. All it takes is one injury to Salah. Absolutely. Never happens. Shaking my head. And/or Virgil van Dijk. And as far as I'm concerned, we're in it. We'll see you though. Long season. Absolutely. As a wise man said, it's in the history of the Tottenham. Yes, it is. Shout out Giorgio Chiellini. Was that Chiellini or was it Bonucci? I'm pretty sure it was Chiellini. Fatucci says Palmer moves before the third is what it is. Means to take the game into our hands. He was determined to cause some chaos in Spurs goal area. What a player. Absolutely. This feels very Liverpool 17-18. Great attack, defense, not quite good enough. What gives us hope is a lack of 17-18 City quality team. It's possible. It's true. And Wesley Fofana coming back and being fit, I don't mind us with Fofana. I think with Fofana, if we put Jurgensen in goal and give him a run of games and have Fofana back, don't even worry about it that much. I honestly don't even worry about it that much. But if anyone asks, we're fighting for top 4. Yeah, exactly. But honestly, the way it's going, we're not even going to be fighting for top 4. We're just going to get it. John Kennedy says, I feel we need another striker because I don't like the looks of seeing Nkunku coming in for Jackson, making our attack look soft. I agree with that. We've said it a couple of times on here. It's very ironic, but signing Samu Omorodion would have been the move. Obviously, whatever happened with that medical of his that he supposedly failed, even though he's now at Porto doing really well, he would have been exactly what we needed. It's that kind of backup striker who's going to be okay being backup, but a different profile, big, large, strong, physical, would have been perfect. But hey, it is what it is. Akari says, let's take one game at a time. I agree. Uzaya says, absolutely relieved and ecstatic to get that win. That's the most important thing, but the defense is why we won't win the league. Yeah, sure, but I think this is a bit far today, if I'm honest, because the large majority of what happened today is Cucurella slipping. Like, and sure, you can say that's bad on the defense, bad on him. We'll talk about this because we don't. Well, like maybe we'll hear after the fact in the aftermath of the game. But there is 2 people potentially at fault here. Now, don't know whose commentary everybody else had, but I think I had Glenn Hoddle as the second commentator, and he was talking about how this is Cucurella's fault. You know, why did he pick the wrong boots? He goes on the pitch beforehand. You warm up on the pitch. You should know which boots to wear. But then I'm like, I don't really know how it goes, right? Is he given the boots by the kit man, or does he select them himself? Did the kit man potentially accidentally give him the wrong boots? Could that have been? I think like it's in this case it's a bit more unlucky, but then like bad defending. Do you know what I mean? Unless he genuinely just picked the wrong boots, then it's just an error. Still not bad defending, but still bad on him. And thankfully, we turn it around. I hate Spurs. Let's go. Chelsea, I couldn't be happier. Exactly. Shout out you, Big K. Mazza says, Sanchez doesn't deserve to be in this Chelsea team championship goalkeeper. It's literally true. Yeah, Fofana is key, to be honest. The first half showed it. And if only we could have only half a season of RJ for flip. Yeah, that's the next thing. Because if Wesley Fofana isn't fit, who's the next best player in our squad to play right centre-back after him? Reece James. And he's also never fit. Oh my God, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Now let me bring the lineup up on screen the way I saw it anyway. So this is kind of on the ball. Sorry, off the ball, of course. Not very clear yet. I'll shift it around now with you. So first half, right? Sancho left wing, very clear. Palmer, yeah, definitely in the right half space. Even though there was moments where he was in the left half space. Enzo pushing into the left half space. Lavia being left centre mid. Or DM, Caicedo shifting in, inverting from right back. Badiashile was right centre back, Kobel centre back, and Cucurella left centre back. And boy, did it not work. Badiashile, the angles were just not there, and it's a tough one because you can obviously make the argument that under Thomas Tuchel, for example, we played a back three, all of right footers. We had Antonio Rudiger as the left-hander centre back, David Luiz as the central centre back, or Thiago Silva, sorry, David Luiz was on the Conte, and then Azpilicueta as the right-hander centre back. All right-footed. But the thing is, right-footers are more used to playing on others, not just on the right, than left-footers are, purely because percentage-wise, there is less left-footers in the world. It's as simple as that. And because there's less left-footers in the world, when there are some in the team, they usually play where they are needed on the left. And you could tell that with Badiashile. His angles were just off. The way he was positioned was just off. Even where it leads to Cucurella slipping for the first time, it's Badiashile playing an awkward ball to Kobel, and then Kobel kind of being forced into playing another kind of awkward ball to Cucurella, and that kind of leads into everything. Sure, but first of all, he's not here anymore. Second of all, he's also left-footed. I thought we needed to start Gusto today, natural right back. I'm cutting Badiashile slack today. Yeah, but the right back situation isn't the problem, though. It wasn't really the problem being right back. The problem was being right centre back in possession. Now, we did that with Gusto then in the second half of the game. But this isn't where we've used Gusto so far. And it isn't really what I would want to use Gusto for. Like, depends on the game, of course. This kind of game, very open, very direct, over-the-top balls and stuff. Sure, then maybe it is the good decision. And clearly proved right. The best decision to go with Gusto there. But say against Southampton, say against Arsenal, you wouldn't want to go with Gusto at right centre-back because you're lacking physicality, height and stuff. But yeah, we can gamble with Disasi. Yeah, I probably would have preferred playing Disasi to Badiashile in this position. I was already very confused when this happened last week. But yeah, definitely Cucurella boot gate is crazy and unprecedented, but I would say the same about our defense before this game. I mean, true. In my country, Lithuania, the commentator was surprised with how bad Sanchez was with his passing. He said Sanchez is known for his good footwork. I mean, that's what he was known for. That's what they all sold us when we signed him. But, Badiashile should be Conference League and Tosin in the Prem. Nah, Tosin is even worse. I think Tosin is even worse in my opinion. Did you see Tosin's defending against Southampton in the week? It was absolutely shocking. But let's shift it round, right? What we've got on screen now. What we did in the second half. So, obviously, I put Gusto there already instead of Lavia. Then we shifted everything. We shifted Badiashile completely to the other side. Kobel remained there. Then Gusto was playing the right side of centre-back. And we essentially did this instead. Now, there was maybe also a case that it was kind of like Cucurella was very attacking. Like maybe it was even like a little bit like this sometimes. But yeah, in principle, this was then what we did in the second half. It worked so much better. We just were so much more stable, and like the way we came out of the half. Now, obviously, Enzo Maresca had a team talk and a half because boy, did he get those boys going! It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Let's get into the player ratings, and we need to move over to the bottom up screen once again first and look at Robert Sanchez's stat because hey, let's get the negatives out the way early. I don't want to spoil this afternoon by so much. Goals prevented minus 1.07. Brilliant. Thanks, Sanchez. 19 misplaced passes. Fantastic. Of those, 18 were long balls. A lot of long balls today. Now, because of the way Spurs play, because the way they press, and because of the high line they keep, this the long balls today isn't, Sanchez going against what the manager wants. This, like we did at Brighton, is very much part of the plan. But it needs to be well executed, and it really wasn't. You could see in the first half, Maresca even called Sanchez over to give other instructions because, my God, he was all over the shop. Absolutely over the shop. I mean, we talked about the first goal because he was flying, trying to save a cross, and the ball went in the back of his net instead. The other one by Kulusevski. Now, sure, it's right in the corner, but it's not that much power. It's from outside the box. I know it's difficult to see and everything, but Sanchez is so big. I think he should save it. Should save is harsh maybe, but he can save it. I think he can save it. Honestly, I didn't even really pay attention to the third goal. Who cares about that one? But Sanchez, let's see what the chat is saying. Let's see what the chat is saying. I'll bring up my lineup screen again one more time. What was the dive from Sanchez for the first goal? Exactly. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's partly because of the right back converting. To be honest, the passing option for Badiashile up the right side was Neto, who was so far off the pitch. Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's more about the angles because the way Badiashile positioned himself constantly, that didn't open the pass up. You see it, like a right winger is in the same position every game. Like this is very methodical by Maresca. And usually Fofana or Disasi in the Conference League, the outball to the right winger is always there and consistently happens. And Badiashile was barely playing it because the angle just was off. I want to Gusto right back. I said in midfield, happy with Badiashile right centre back over Disasi personally and a competent goalkeeper behind. You mean, are you purely talking off the ball? Are you talking like inverting? Or did you want Cucurella inverting into midfield? Is that what you're saying? 0 from Big K. Sanchez gets a 3. He makes me so nervous whenever he touches the ball, man. 2, he's piss poor. 2, now 3's too nice. 1.5. Imagine Samuel against Tottenham today. Exactly. Isaac's is still not starting. I don't know, bro. I don't know. 2, he has the ability, which is so annoying. He doesn't have the ability, does he? A 4 would be generous for Sanchez, absolutely. If we are within 8 points of Liverpool in January, then we should seriously consider bringing someone in a goalkeeper. Now, Sanchez wasn't great, but that's a difficult save. That's a difficult save. Off the ball, Cucurella inverting. Well, on the ball. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's fair enough. We just haven't done that a lot. But yeah, it's fair enough. Also, Sanchez made several missed passes, which in other times might have led to us conceding another goal. Absolutely. I'm giving Rob Sanchez... I give him a 2 because he can be worse. I've seen him be worse, so I need to keep the 0s and the 1s option open, but I'm not giving him more than a 2. And honestly, enough talked about him. I don't even want to continue talking about Robert Sanchez now. So let's move over back to the stats, shall we? And again, guys, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button as well. That would really help me out too, because we won, kind of like that. And of course, if you want to support with the super chat, you can. But yeah, Levi Colwell. What do we say? Passing, more misplaced pass. It's good. There was a lot of strong line breaking passes as well that I was happy with. 0 tackles, bit weird. 1 out of 2 ground duels, 1 out of 2 aerial duels. Yeah. I mean, he didn't look amazing for that first goal that we conceded, I've got to say, but I've also got to say it's just great movement from Solanke. Like, sure, you can criticize the defender, but you also have to give a little bit of credit to an attacker when it is due. And he deserves that in that moment. I still think overall Colwell wasn't the problem. And I will give Colwell, I won't overdo it because there was problems defensively in moments. But I think his passing was still incredibly crucial to us, having good moments in this game. Now, oftentimes, in particular, Nicholas Jackson or Neto ruined our counterattack and our transition moments when Colwell broke the lines. But that doesn't take away from Colwell's line-breaking passes. So I will still give him a 6. And we move over to Big Benoit Badiashile. Again, let me highlight the stats. Let me open the stats. I mean, what you guys are saying, Colwell 5 from JP, which is reasonable as well. Should have done a lot better on the second goal. But it went through Lavia's legs. Maybe I need to watch it back. 6 could have done much better on first goal. Needed more physicality. 6 for Colwell is fair. 4 for Badiashile. I assume you're talking about Mazza. Yeah. I mean, let's look at his stats and let's see what we're thinking. After we've seen the stats. 9 misplaced passes. Certainly a lot more than bloody Colwell had. He only had 1. And it started like 10 seconds into the game. Badiashile attempted to pass the ball with his right foot. And pass it straight to Spurs. But like literally straight to them. Pissed me right off. I can't even lie. 0 out of 2 long balls. 2 out of 4 tackles, okay. 4 out of 6 ground duels is good. 2 out of 3 aerial duels is good. Because now, let's be honest, I actually thought in the second half, Badiashile was really good. Or really good is maybe a slight stretch, but I thought he was good in the second half. But in the first half, he was really poor. So what do I make of that, right? I'll give him a 5 because I think for the first half I'll give him a 4, and for the second half I'll give him a 6, and that leaves me at a 5. The question is whether the first half on its own deserves lower than a 4. There can be a case made for that. There can be a case made for that, absolutely. Because a lot of you guys want to go lower than me. Like I say, Mazza said 4, JC says 3, JP says 4, 4 from Crispy, 4 from Ritz. Seems Badiashile is too inconsistent. He makes some really bad errors. He did have a better second half, to be fair. Badiashile 3. He was a bit better second half. I mean, I genuinely don't think he did anything wrong in the second half, if I'm honest. No, first half was a 2 at best. Yeah, maybe. I can't enjoy a game as long as Badiashile plays for us. This guy makes me scared. Well, compared to Sanchez, I'd rather Badiashile any day of the week. But you've convinced me. I'm not going to go all the way down to a 4, but I'll give him a 4.5. I'll not give him a 5. I'll give him a 4.5. Give him a 4.5 and move on. Now, I'll shift it around to what it was in the first half for now until we've finished essentially speaking about, well, the starting defenders and whatever. So I'll shift it again. Badiashile to the right, Cucurella at left center back. And now this is a difficult one, guys, and you need to help me out now. What do we do with Cucurella's rating today? Because do we downgrade him for slipping, which is clearly his boot's fault, but we just don't know. Did he get an assist? I must have assisted Sancho. Well, there you go. Got an assist as well. But yeah, what do we rate Cucurella? Because obviously he slipped, which is not good. But like I say, the slips were due to the bad boots. And again, we don't know if that's his fault, the Kitman's fault, of anyone. Have to downgrade him today. I mean, I kind of agree that they were game changing, but it's like I don't really know a good analogy to really compare it to, if I'm honest. So I don't really know. Those slips were costly. Yeah, for Sancho, 6 from Crispy. He played good, but man, those slips nearly lost us the game. But don't you warm up with those boots? I mean, you'd think so, but I know John Terry, like I've listened to a story of John Terry talking about this many times. John Terry had 3 boots per game. He had 1 boot to warm up in, 1 boot to play the first half in, and then he changed boots the second half and had a new, and not necessarily always completely new, I think. Or maybe for the games they were always new. I'm not 100% sure. But he was 3 different pairs of boots on match day. 1 for warm-up, 1 for first half, 1 for second half. So if the kitman gave him the wrong boots for his first half, for his game boots, I don't know. Ritz says 6 for Cuckoo for me, 0.5 for the slip. But personally, I blame the staff. No way at a club like Chelsea the players sort out their boots. I have a feeling of that. Do you know what I mean? Like I kind of agree with that. I mean, when we look at his stats, 4 misplaced passes, strong from his position with the way he was put under pressure. He had 1 shot, that was terrible effort. That was terrible effort. 2 out of 3 long balls, very strong. 2 out of 2 tackles, very strong. 3 out of 5 ground duels, very strong. I'll give Cucurella. Let's see. He played good, unlucky boots, 6. I'll give Cucurella a 5, same as Badiashile, poor first half, better second half. See, but I disagree that he was poor in the first half. He had 2 bad moments where he slipped. That's obviously fair. But I don't think as a first half you can say he was just poor. Yeah, either yeah or why he slipped. But after changing boots, he was good as always. 6, I guess. Cucurella 5 today, not his usual standard. I disagree. I thought it was phenomenal other than slipping. Did they water the pitch before kickoff? I mean, that's also potential. Did they extra water the pitch after warm-up? But supposedly it's been raining in London all day long, so it's not all that. Second goal wasn't just down to his slip. He was good once he changed his boots. 4.5. Fair enough. Boot guy gets sacked. Yeah, 6.5. Renato Vega should go left centre back instead of Badiashile. Starts for Portugal as well in that position. I don't know. Yeah, considering how good he was after they changed, need to give him the benefit of the doubt. I will give Cucurella a 6.5. I will take 0.5 off. I consider taking a whole point off and lowering it down to a 6, but I think his base level performance outside of the slips, maybe I'll have to give it a 6. I have to give it a 6. I'm sorry. Because we don't know that he's not at fault, I'll take a full point off for the slips together. But I think actually his base performance was actually a comfortable 7. It was very strong, got an assist, very strong mentally, very strong in mentality. Yeah. I'll give him a 6 though. It's because I don't want to overdo it too much. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm slightly unsure still. I'm slightly unsure. I want to get to Gusto next. I'm going to shift it around now, how we played the second half, and I'm going to leave it that way for the rest of the stream. And Gusto was then the right back. Obviously, I could do Lavia first, but hey, this is how we're doing it now. Malo Gusto. Let's bring up his stats because he had a strong second half. He had an impact. Bloody hell, what an impact this guy had today. He was helping us in attack. He was making runs. He was aggressive. He was shooting. He was winning us corners. He was doing all sorts, man. Absolutely all sorts. 3 misplaced passes. Can't complain with that. 1 shot on target. 3 out of 5 long balls. It's really strong. Okay, 0 out of 4 tackles. 2 out of 3 ground duels, though. Fantastic. I'll give Malo Gusto a 7 for the second half that he played. Obviously, gets a full-on rating because he played, well, a full half. So he gets a 7. And he very much warrants and deserves that 7. Let me move on to Moises Caicedo. Of course, started the game as the right back, inverting into midfield. And we need a conversation. I want a yes or a no answer from you guys. Did you think, being totally honest, and please try to be totally honest, did you think that Moises Caicedo should have been sent off for that tackle, attempted pass where he missed the ball or didn't get to the ball and instead kicked the opponent in the shin? Should he have been sent off for that? You give me your opinion. Tell me yes or no. I would really love to know. I would really love to know. Gusto was good when he came on. Yeah, I'm giving him a 7, keeping that one simple, keeping that one quick. Yeah, maybe I'm harsh because defense conceded 2 goals. Best I can give is 6. Fair enough. Yes, red card for me. 1-1 though. Crispy says no. See, I think, often you see red cards. For example, the one against Parma that wasn't given a few weeks ago, where the guy steps on his Achilles, on his calf, and keeps stood on it. Caicedo literally kicks him, and he doesn't stand on it. He doesn't lean on it. And it's more like he just swung his foot to attempt to pass, to clear the ball. It wasn't like super excessive force, and he didn't stand on it. So that's why I think it's on the edge, and I think you can give it, but I don't think it's like a clear red. That's my opinion. JC says definitely yellow. Could be a red on another day. Fair. Yes, but he should have at least gotten a yellow. Yeah, I can't believe he didn't get yellow either. It was more inside the boot than studs, to be fair. True, valid. Nah, bro, dangerous, but yellow would be enough. Okay, yes, if that was one of our players, I would have wanted it. Nope, yellow card. We'd be going crazy if that was Romero and Palmer Lamo. Kind of true. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't need to ask you guys because we all you know what? Actually, a couple of things. Let me quickly go to my group chat here with the boys because we have a fair few pictures in here. If I just quickly find them, I can download them because there's pictures of the elbow and everything. Maybe it was a link. Give me a second. Bear with me. I'll be right there. Believe, guys. Believe. I can't. What's it? Well, why? Why not? Why can't I see it now? Huh? Where is this picture? It just makes no sense. I don't know why it isn't there. But anyway, I might scroll back, but I'm not sure if I'll get there. There it is. Finally. So, download. Save to downloads. And then do we have the other one? I can't show the other one. I only have a clip rather than a photo of the Caicedo one. But I'll show the... Lewis, stop uploading so many flipping overlays every day, man. You're overdoing it, my guy. You're overdoing it. I just want to upload one extra picture so we can actually look at it. There we go. So this was the elbow in the head on Romeo Lavia by Dejan Kulusevski. Outrageous. Look at where Anthony Taylor is looking. And to be fair, Taylor is probably looking at their feet. If there's going to be a trip, there's one step on the other one's foot or whatever. And that's fair enough. It's not. This is less so about Anthony Taylor, if I'm honest. But VAR, it was literally introduced. This is physical assault. This is not a foul. This is not a potential red card. This is physical assault. And if you did that in real life, you'd be going to prison. If you do this in real life, you're going to prison. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. F off Anthony Taylor. I hate you. Anyway, Let's move away from should it have been a penalty on Caicedo or not. Let's talk about Caicedo's stats of today. 5 misplaced passes, pretty good in the grand scheme of things. I thought he struggled at times in the first half. His right back position, sometimes the kind of like the gives and goes with Son and Solanke caught him out of position on a couple of occasions, which really wasn't nice. But then second half, he was a monster, an absolute monster. But still, 2 out of 2 tackles, 5 out of 8 ground duels, which usually doesn't have the best on those. So happy with that. 2 out of 2 aerial duels. Again, absolutely brilliant. What a player. Moises Caicedo, what a player. I was critical at times at the beginning. Never, but I want to make this clear. And if you guys either watched at the time or if you go back to my streams from last year, I was always very clear. Even though I questioned Caicedo and I said he was struggling at times, I never questioned his ability. I never questioned whether he would become an unbelievable player for Chelsea. I always said he would do. I just thought that some people at the beginning were a bit, excusing him a little bit too easily. That's all I'm saying. But what this man is doing at the moment, out of this world. Best midfielder in the world right now. Now, sure, Rodri is injured. Of fit players, Moises Caicedo has been the best midfielder in the world. What a player. Absolutely wonderful. As a collective, I shall give him... I'm thinking 7.5 or 8. Guys, what would you reckon? I put a 7.5 for now, and then I'll see what does the chat say. Crispy says Caicedo my man of the match. Standard 7 as usual. Caicedo has really come out of his shell. I remember start of last season where he didn't seem to want the ball, but pass it off to the nearest guy. Look at how he dictates now. Absolutely. No, it's VAR to blame. That's UFC level elbow. Exactly. The lack of excessive force for both, by the way. I mean, for Caicedo's one, I think that's valid. For the second one, that's outrageous. I mean, is the force not enough to run? But I'm glad you agree. But yeah, I mean, guys, tell me, go 6.5, go 8. He's a monster. 7.5. Sorry, 7.5. Of course, you said. He's just so good, isn't he? Yeah, he is 7.5. Slipperella got a 6. Honestly, I nearly gave him a 6.5 because I don't know whether it's his fault that he got the wrong boots. I think 8 is high because for me, Lavia was better while he was on a pitch. But what a guy! 8, 7.5, 8 for me. Well, thank you, man. That's exactly where I was struggling too. No, I'll give him a 7.5. Give him 7.5 because we still conceded 3 goals. And he was obviously part of the defense in the first half. Back to Lavia. So we finally get to him. Let's open his stats. Honestly, I thought he was utterly phenomenal in the first half. He was, wow. Like, it was a bit unlucky that he was the one that had to suffer from the tactical switch that we made. Partly, obviously, because he had been booked. But that first half was unbelievable. 100% pass completion. Outrageous. A long ball in there as well. The dribbles, the moves. He played like Kovacic. 3 out of 3 tackles. Wow. 4 out of 6 ground duels. 1 out of 2 aerial duels. Unbelievable, Romeo Lavia today. Unflipping believable. Followed by Santos as well. Oh my God. Imagine if we got Santos in our midfield. Imagine we add him. Lavia was the best player in the first half. I agree. Almost got a concussion too. Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually almost got a concussion, but yeah. I mean... Maresca said that second Cole Palmer second penalty. It's cold. It's cold. That's funny. Yeah, I will give Lavia for that first half. I will go high, guys. I don't think you can do much more than Romeo Lavia did in this kind of game. The way it was open, the way it was crazy, the way he kept the ball, not a single misplaced pass, 3 out of 3 successful tackles. I'm giving him a 9. I think that first half was outrageous. And he was by far and away our best player in that first half. And without him, I think we would have been in big, big trouble. Maybe this is slightly high. I will concede maybe this is slightly too high. Maybe I should have gone more 8.5 potentially. But I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to give him and I have to. Do I have to? No, it's too much. Because he only played half, I'll give 8.5. If you played more than 45 minutes, I'll give him a 9. Okay, I'll take it back. 8.5. 8 for me, because I'm keeping a 9 for Enzo, man of the match for me. 8. Lauren, your thoughts on this budding Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia midfield? Well, I think we're seeing that when Fofana isn't here, this is maybe not ideal because of our right centre-back issues. Maybe if the game allows it, we should play Gusto there, and then you obviously have to invert Cucurella from the other side, and then you can't play all 3. But we'll figure it out. 7.5 is crazy. Watch the game back, bro. He was But did you not see the stats right now? How are you looking at those stats and what he did in the game and you're giving it a 7.5? That's outrageous. For me. Not too high for a guy that played 1 half, but my God. Did we miss him? You said, nah, too high. Oh, yeah. But my God, did we miss him last season? Yeah, we did. I'll give him an 8.5. I'll stick to that, though. Sorry, guys. I'll stick to that. I think he warrants that. Absolutely. And now we move on to Enzo Fernandez. Wow, Enzo. If you're playing like that, fucking hell. He was outrageous today. He was outrageous. I can't even put it into any better words. And Assis, by the way, shout out to you. 1 goal, 3 total shots, only 2 misplaced passes in his position. Unbelievable. 1 out of 2 shots on target, a successful dribble. Not great on the crossing. Very strong on the long balls. 1 out of 2 tackles. That was such a gorgeous tackle. And honestly, I think that other one that isn't given here, I think he won that ball to an Anthony Taylor wrongfully. Call him Gaylor. It's not what I wanted to say. Anthony Taylor wrongfully gave a foul, in my opinion. 5 out of 9 ground duels is pretty good too. I'm not complaining of that. Enzo Fernandez was, wow. The link up with, I mean, I want to highlight it again. Is it still here? Have I still got it? Yes, I want to highlight it again as I speak about him. Highlighted the wrong screen. Sorry, guys. The sweetest of strikes. We highlight it again. This goal, his performance, the link-up play with Sancho, the fight, the aggression, the energy, the tenacity. Wow. Enzo Fernandez, you are Chels, man. You are proper Chels. What is this? Turn it up like this. His recent form. Maybe I need to actually quickly look this up because I saw Fabrizio Romano tweet something about Enzo Fernandez. So I want to look at this. At this tweet, where is it? There it is. Look at Enzo Fernandez's record as of late. It's a joke. Like an utter and complete joke. In his last, reaches 10 goals and assists this season. He now has scored 3 goals and has provided 6 assists in his last 3 goals and 6 assists in 6 games for Chelsea. 3 assists against Noah. Okay, we won that game 8-0. Very much different gulf of class. So I'm going to not take that one too far. But even without that, assist against Arsenal, goal and assist against Leicester, goal against Aston Villa, assist against Southampton, goal against Tottenham. Boy is back. And yeah, not a great role model because, you know, in an ideal world, we stay with our partners. But hey, if you're Enzo Fernandez, get rid of your missus. Send those kids out. Focus on the football. But I said horny Enzo is here, which made me laugh a lot. But that performance, like I say, the link-up play with Sancho, the way he drops back, the way he was dropping deep, amazing. First half, I didn't like. Second half was good, a lot better. 8 from me. I liked his first half as well, if I'm honest. The long passes were so crisp. They were so crisp. You know what? 9.5. I was so happy with him today. Shoot, Maresca said Lavia was having a hamstring problem. But it's okay. Hope no further issues. We need that kid. Oh, hamstring. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, Cub Enzo is back, literally. I need to go back to a couple of your messages. The goal, the tackles, the long pass, the control of tempo of the game. This is World Cup winner Enzo Fernandez. 9 from Asise. What a goal, man. 8.5 from Kevin. We own Spurs. We literally own them. You know, we should look in, like, I don't know, official documents. We definitely own them. 9, this is the Enzo we paid for. Absolutely. Divorced Enzo's a different animal. 9, World Cup Enzo is back. If in doubt, get rid of your goal. This guy looks possessed. Seems proper Chels to the boy. One of his best Chelsea games. Enzo 9. Okay, 9.5. We looked at that. Remember when we seemed to have no leaders? Look at Enzo, Caicedo, Cole, etc. This team is seriously growing. It is. Looks like Enzo finally has arrived. He is playing his best football now for Chelsea. The passion, the leadership. Now Enzo is worthy of a 9. Sanchez needs to get rid of his wife. Does he have a wife? If so, maybe. Is Laurenz sleeping on the couch tonight? No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not married, so it's okay. I don't have to get rid of anybody. I'm not married, so it's okay. The shot with the weaker foot was sick as well. Exactly. Weak foot. People, I know, obviously, professional footballers, so people sometimes don't give enough credit to how difficult things are with the weak foot. I think Enzo Fernandez warrants a 9 rating tonight. I'll give him a 9 rating. Man of the match. I'll add the star to him because I don't think I'm giving anybody a higher rate today. Even Cole Palmer, as much as he was incredible. Enzo Fernandez, out of this world today. Out of this world. Cole Palmer. Let's get to Cole Palmer. I need to show you guys something. And I also love, by the way, I was giving it the ears to the Spurs fans. By the way, Spurs fans, this is why England doesn't do like tifos much, because as soon as that happens, all the game was just spent throwing paper on the pitch. Like, what is this? Anyway, today, Cole Palmer won the most duels, 8, created the most challenges, 4, completed the most dribbles, 4, was fouled the most, 4 times in the game, and also scored 2 goals. Phenomenal. With a panenka penalty in the second one. Was an outrageous, beautiful, incredible man who I love more than anything and more than anybody. Cole Palmer, you're a special breed, and I never ever want you to leave Chelsea Football Club again. Please, please just stay here forever. Forever and ever and ever. Please. Oh my God, what a player. What an absolute world-class footballer. Spurs fans should be fine. They should be. 12 out of 12 pens. The record by Yaya Toure broken with the most consecutive penalties successfully taken in the Premier League. 10 for the Panenka alone. Fair enough. 8.5 Cold. This is where I think I'm going to go. 8.5. But let's look at more stats. We had it already. Obviously, the 2 penalties. He had that one shot, which forced a decent save from the keeper, to be fair. Decent passing accuracy for his position. Obviously, trying to be aggressive. 3 out of 3 shots. 2 of those were penalties, to be fair. 4 out of 5 dribbles. Cole Palmer was bloody on one. 3 out of 6 crosses to his man. 2 out of 3 long balls to his man. Okay, no tackles. Ground yours. 8 out of 10. My God, Cole Palmer. Are you mad? Are you mad, Cole Palmer? You're my goat. You are a goat. Cole Palmer, 8.5 from me today. I love him. And he is the best thing that's ever happened. It literally is the best thing that's ever. I actually saw another set of stats, which let me just see if I can find those now. A little while ago that I saw them. I hope good old Pice retweeted them, because then I can share them with you. Otherwise, God knows how long it might take until I find them again. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find adequate. Yeah, I'll show you that as well. Bloody hell. Too many things. I just want to look at the stats. Oh, bloody hell. Lavia has a whole like cut on his head from the elbow in the head. This is ridiculous. So, I'm still going back. Where is these stats now on Cole Palmer? Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. I'm just scrolling to seeing if we can find the appropriate stats that I was looking for. I'm not sure it's happening. No, it's not happening. Ignore that. But I'll show you a different thingy here, because it warrants. See, you all ran away. Sorry, guys. Is this the right one? No. 100% from the penalty spot. Penalty Premier League record. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What's strong? 8.5 for me. Can't believe Palmer and a club man. He's actually generational. Facto. Yep, he is. Facto who? Oh, Edritz. Yep, absolutely. Give another 0.5 for winning us that, Laurenz. Winning us what? Caicedo's penalty. Yeah, he did win the penalty, to be fair. Let me go over to that other screen and see what I think. What did I give Caicedo again? 7.5. You know what? Yeah, let's give Caicedo the 8. He won us the pen as well, which was a huge pen to get us level. So an 8 for Caicedo. Yeah. Cole Palmer, I'll give him an 8.5. He obviously was awarded the official man of the match, but I personally think actually Enzo Fernandez was a little bit better. I go to Pedro Neto first. Alongside Jackson and obviously Sanchez, for me, the most disappointed players. Not that Badiashile was disappointing, but I'm less surprised by that. But yeah, I was very much wanting Neto to start today. I probably would have gone Neto and Madueke rather than Neto and Sancho. But in hindsight, obviously Sancho was the one that was the right decision. But yeah, wasn't his day today. It's not like he was terrible, but it just could not for the life of him get past you, doggy. Only 2 attempted dribbles, none of them successful. 0 successful crosses as well. I mean, he worked, and then he nearly cost us a goal with when the one guy was offside, and then Heung Min Son ran through and nearly stole it. And nearly stole it at the end. That was not stole it at the end. I think that was a 3-2. So I think that would have been the equalizer. Maybe it was a 2-2 actually. So yeah, that was dodgy. I'll give Neto. I don't think it was as bad as Badiashile, so I'll give him a 5. But I think I have to go below average. I have to go below average for Pedro Neto. Not that happy with that today. Sure, difficult day. You doggy had a good game and everything, but I want a bit more. I want a bit more than that. And now I move over to Jadon Sancho. That first goal, it's like last week's goal or Wednesday's goal against Southampton. Undid something. Like, oh my god, what was this dribble? What was this goal? I thought I was looking at Eden Hazard. I couldn't believe it. Look at where the goal. Look at where he shot it from. XG of 0.06. Look at it. Oh my god. Strong, good passing as well. 87% is very good. 2 out of 2 shots on target. 3 out of 4 successful dribbles. Very, very good. The one successful cross, the one attempted cross that I remember wasn't put across, to be fair. No tackles, but 3 out of 5 ground duels. I thought Jadon Sancho was very good today. Very, very good. I will give Jadon Sancho an 8 as well. This guy's your man of the match. I assume you're talking about Sancho now. I'll give him an 8.5. Did I say 8 initially? I'll give him an 8.5 as well. I genuinely think he deserves that. I give him an 8.5 because the goal playing through Caicedo for the penalty was outrageous. Then he nearly had another absolute worldy goal in the link-up play with Cucurella. And just Fraser Forster made it's top save with his left hand. Sancho was special. Let me highlight a couple of Sancho can't shoot, shut it. I assume this is still on Neto. Finally, Sancho started to shoot the ball. Needs to do that more often. 8. Sancho 9.5. Man of the match for you. Fair enough. Ritz also says might surprise people, but this guy's my man of the match. What a man. He's the best. He's the one that got us back into the game. Had Porro on toast. How silky on my life. Him and Cook partnership developing really nicely. 9 for me. Not gonna lie. Fair. I'm gonna give him an 8.5, but fair. Jackson 3. We'll get to Jackson now. We'll get to Jackson. Let's look at Nico. Obviously, last time out, when we was away at Spurs, he scored a hat-trick. When he should have scored 6, scored a hat-trick. Now, he only had 3 misplaced passes, but he only attempted 11 out of 32 touches. The one shot he had got blocked. 0 out of 5 successful dribbles. It's not great. Tackle, okay, nice. Ground duels, 2 out of 12. It wasn't it. He ruined counterattacks. He got bullied a little bit. He wasn't really on it. Yeah, I love Nicholas Jackson. I'm not gonna slate him as not being as good as we all thought or whatever. But today just wasn't good. I'll give him a 3. Now I'll give him a 4. I think a 3 is a bit too harsh because a lot of his pressing is still the reason why we win the ball back so many times. Why we stop Spurs from creating more pressure, from sustaining more pressure. But I think a 3 is a little low. But I'll give him a 4 because the press still needs to be mentioned. Bro, considering the guy doesn't shoot, that goal was great. He gets a 9 from me. What else he needs to do? Exactly. +1 for Jackson for stopping Enzo from lifting a shot. Yes. I actually want to talk about this and highlight this. I'll try to find it. This is a while ago now. So I've got to scroll for a little bit until I find this. But it's absolutely elite. Not here yet. So where is it? It's got to be somewhere. I'll find this one because I know for a fact that I've seen it be tweeted. Maybe I haven't seen it be tweeted. Why do these things always prove difficult to find for me? Don't understand why that's the case. Don't understand why that is the case, man. I just look for it. Enzo Jackson. Yeah, there you go. I did see it somewhere. So now I can highlight it for you. My apologies, guys. So is it that one? That one. Enzo Fernandez scored the 3-2 at the time, and you could see he was trying to take a shirt off. He was trying to take a shirt off as he was running off, celebrating. And you could see Jackson pulling on his shirt, stopping him from taking it off. That is so funny. That is so funny. So pick up Jackson for that. So it warrants his 4 at least, because we don't need unnecessary yellow cards. The funniest thing about this for me is that Jackson is the guy for stupid yellow cards at this football club, at least in particular last season and early this season as well. So for him stopping somebody else getting a yellow card, I like it. So pick up yourself for that, Jackson. I like that. But yeah, I'll give him a 4. Sure, I could go a little lower if I really wanted to, but I think that's overdoing it. He also won for too long. I agree with that. That's probably the only good thing Jackson did the whole game. Yeah, it's true, but it's incredibly important. So I was underrated. Yeah. extra for that. Absolutely. Jackson today told me why we need another striker. Gets us 20 plus goals and assists, but he is the guy to win us trophies, big games. What? No. You can't say that. Literally, Jackson scored Liverpool away. Jackson scored against Villa last week, who, sure, not the traditional top 6, but very much, obviously, last season finished in the top 4. Scored another big goal. No, he didn't score away, but he scored some big goals this season. So I'm not really having that. It doesn't turn up for big games. If anything, I usually think Jackson turns up more for big games. But yeah, today wasn't it. A 4 it shall be. A 4 it shall be. And then we shall look at the other subs, because obviously we did make some subs. The second one, after obviously Gusto coming on at halftime, was Christopher Nkunku coming on after 76 minutes, pretty much straight after we made it 3-2. Jackson didn't look happy. But this is the problem with Nkunku. Yeah, Jackson didn't have a good game. But how are you playing 14 minutes plus 8 minutes of stoppage time and you have 3 attempted passes? That's not good. 4 touches. He doesn't get himself involved the way he needs to. He doesn't press enough. He doesn't drop deep enough. He doesn't hold the ball up well enough. Because he's came off the bench, I'm not going to be too harsh, but it's the usual from Nkunku that annoys me. Because it wasn't like terrible and we was obviously leading, I'm not going to go low, but I have to go below average. And I have to absolutely stand by that. Noni Madueke came on for Pedro Neto quite late. Renato Vega came on for Cucurella at the very end, and João Felix also came on for Cole Palmer. So let me quickly put those on the screen. Felix coming on. Oh, there was a moment where we thought Palmer got injured, and Enzo Maresca had even already called for Jadon Sancho to come over. Thankfully, that didn't need to happen. Vega then there. Absolutely. And Madueke came on for Neto. Yeah. I mean, Madueke will look at his stats if I can open them. And I can. I mean, he had the same number of passes as Nkunku, and he played a lot less. So he literally played 4 minutes, plus stoppage time, obviously. But same number of passes. Okay. There was already a moment where he didn't want to track back, which slightly annoyed me. Fernando Vega had 0 out of 2 passes. Both were attempted long balls. Okay, they were mostly punts, weren't they? At the end, after they scored the 3-2 and after 4-3, sorry, and then he just kept it going in it. So we'll give them all an NA. But obviously Nkunku. You know what? I'll quickly make this to Noni because it's a little shorter that way. Vega gets an NA as well, and then João Felix gets an NA too. And guys, I'm just so happy. I just want to show you a couple more things that I've just seen as I was scrolling through Twitter because that's just funny. One of them is, first of all, Cucurella on Instagram saying, wait, let me make it big. Oh, you can. It almost slipped away, but proud of the amazing team effort to turn things around. London is blue. Thank you, Cucurella. And I'm very glad he didn't have to suffer from this and suffer abuse again. We saved him. This is what team is for. How many times has Cucurella saved us? This time we saved him. So we'll take it. And then what's also quite funny, Sancho on Cucurella's boots. They're going in the bin after this game. After the mistakes, I thought you played fantastic. We believe in Cucu. Yes. And I love their relationship as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Am I seeing more of Enzo Maresca post-game? Let me see if there's anything interesting that I would like to highlight. Malagusto posted it's happened again. Fantastic. Malagusto, you are a goat. You know what? I'll just share this screen with you where I'm scrolling through my notifications essentially to see any important tweets. Enzo Maresca was bloody happy today, wasn't he? We'll get into his rating in a second, but he was bloody buzzing with those goals. It's happened again. They've all said it. Enzo Maresca's Chelsea, 2 points above Arsenal. 4 points ahead of Manchester City, 6 points ahead of Aston Villa, 11 points ahead of Spurs, 11 points ahead of Newcastle, and 12 points ahead of Manchester United. Oh my God, time is good. Maresca jokingly with the report on Cucurella's boots. Yeah, he said to me after the game that he was trying to give a little bit of emotion to the game. Yeah, he just gave him false hope. Interesting. So maybe it wasn't actually a tactical plan from Maresca. The whole shift in the defense because it worked, but maybe it wasn't planned. Maybe it was more because of Lavia having a small hamstring problem. I hope not, but yeah. At full time, he was bloody buzzing. He was 10 Sancho as Tottenham. Obviously, we can't look at that now. Yeah, absolutely. The second penalty, it's cold. We looked at that. Him, literally him. Enzo Fernandez, boy, he turned up today. He turned up today. Maresca building something special. Let's watch this for a second. Right? What's a video, man? I love it. I absolutely love it. I have some problem, but now he is okay. We want to take risks in December, sure. Sancho, I'm playing for Chelsea. We've got so many tons of players and we push each other. I'm thankful I'm here. Mate, I'm thankful you are here too. And then, finishing on this, next to the chicken, Cole Palmer with his Man of the Match trophy. What a player. Let me get to Enzo Maresca's rating. You know what? Before we get to Enzo Maresca's rating, let's look at the Premier League table. Liverpool's game yesterday, of course, postponed due to heavy or bad weather in Liverpool due to a bad storm that was hitting Ireland and the UK. So that game was suspended or postponed. Obviously, it allows us to apply some pressure now. We're only 4 points off, but obviously they have a game in hand against Everton, who, not an easy game. Merseyside derby is always difficult, especially at Goodison, but they have a strong record as of late. So they're probably going to win it. And whenever that game is played, take it back to 7 points, you know, if we put it back to today. God knows what it will be by the time they play that game. But Arsenal earlier today, only playing 1-1 away at Fulham, dropping points. So now we are 2 points clear of Arsenal, which is absolutely gorgeous. By the way, our goal numbers are going up and up and up. We have now scored 6 more goals than the next highest scoring team in the Premier League. Actually, that's not true. Just 4 more because bloody Brentford are mental. But yeah, 2 points clear of Arsenal. City dropping points again yesterday. 2-2 away at Palace. 4 points clear of Man City. Guys, again, think about this. We are 15 games in. We are approaching nearly the halfway point of this Premier League season. And we are 4 points clear of Manchester City. 4 points clear of City. Are you mad? Like, I know City falling apart and everything. I get that. But think back to August. Think your own mind back to August or July 1st when Enzo Maresca officially started working at Chelsea Football Club. Did you think 15 games into the season there was any hope on earth for us being 4 points clear of Man City? Absolutely no chance. Like Uzier says, at this rate, we won't even have to worry about being in the top 4 race. Exactly. Face Brentford next. That's a crucial game. They always do us. True. But the only reason I wouldn't be too concerned about that is because home form, Brentford, incredible. Top of the home Premier League table, 7 wins, 1 draw in those 8 home games. Interesting, they conceded a significant amount of goals, but they scored. Like, look, they scored the double amount of home goals than Liverpool. They scored 9 more home goals than Arsenal. This is actually crazy. They scored 6 more than Spurs. They scored 14 more goals at home than we did, which is unbelievable. But then you go to the away table and you see Brentford are second bottom and they've not won a game. And thankfully, we play Brentford at Stamford Bridge and not at their ground. So I think we should be okay against Brentford. But yeah, gapped Forest. Obviously, Forest really not in our conversation, but we gapped them as well. Gapped Villa as well. Brighton dropping points again today from a phenomenal comeback from Leicester City. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, City easily beat us that first game. Yeah, and if we played them now, different. 31 goals. Brentford is crazy. Tony's still playing. I swear Tony went to Saudi Arabia. I'm pretty sure of that. I don't know who's scoring all their goals, but they're scoring a lot of goals, that's for sure. But let me get back to the lineup screen and we finish it off with our rating for Enzo Maresca. And I'm going to put him below the other Enzo today. Enzo Maresca, for me, gets a 9. A 9. The reason he's not getting a 10, even though we turned this around like this, is because I think the way we started the game didn't really work out. And I'm also now less clear that it was such a tactical masterclass if Lavia mostly came off due to an injury. Now, maybe the sub would have happened regardless. Who knows? But it will certainly work. So maybe it was more, luck of the, whatever the expression is. Luck of the tough? I don't know. That's not the expression. But you get the point, right? But still, the way he managed that, not his fault that the way the game was going early on in the game. He was phenomenal. 3 more wins, and we get 40 points 3 months ahead of schedule. Exactly. I mean, we are so far ahead of where we were at this point last season. It's unbelievable. Enzo Maresca, luck of the draw, which is not really what I meant either, but thank you. He won't be allowed to bet there, so he should be safe. I mean, he won't be allowed, but also, if he plays for one of the big teams, there's probably nothing really that can happen to him. So close to sign for Chelsea, but Saudi League money took. I don't think Tony was ever anywhere close to signing for Chelsea. As far as I know, Chelsea never really considered him a serious option. So, yeah. But I think on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time we round it out. I want to end it. Where do I want to end it? We'll end it on Cole Palmer holding the man of the match trophy, even though I didn't give him the highest rating and I didn't give him man of the match. Nah, you know what? We'll just end it on that. Standard. Yes, Chelsea, standard. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate you all very, very much. Hit that subscribe button for me. Please do. If you haven't already, we're still on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Every new sub counts, so please hit that subscribe button below. I'd really appreciate it. Hey, if you've got siblings, if you've got friends that are into Chelsea especially, share my channel with them, share the stream with them, show it to them. Tell them, hey, this is a good guy. Get involved. I'm here after every game. I know I wasn't here like I was trying to after the Club World Cup draw. Obviously, we got Flamengo, who are already trying to give it the big one, which is kind of hilarious. Club Leon from Mexico. I don't know why I said it that. Mexico. And where's the other team? What is the last team we play again? Someone tell me. Which is the third team in our group? Flamengo, Club America, Andu. I should know this. Let me quickly look it up. Chelsea Club World Cup. How can I not remember? Espérance de Tunis. Yes, Espérance de Tunis. So, not champion, I think, but one of the big teams from Africa. Them alongside the Egyptian side and one team from Morocco have kind of dominated African football in terms of the international African football. And yeah, I'm not sure if they're reigning Tunisian champions. They're not currently top, but yeah. So, anyways, just to quickly mention it. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to round it out here. Thank you so much for tuning in, all of you. I appreciate you all very, very much. Like I say, subscribe if you haven't done that yet. That would be nice. Hit the like button if you haven't done that yet either. That would be fantastic. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. Up the Chels, upwards and onwards. And I will see you next time.